It's so stupid, it's positively brilliant.
The Brilliant Boys Podcast.
Makes me think of an interesting conversation that's happening right now.
Insert the quote. Matter of fact, I'm going to read the quote, but we're going to insert it.
But it's important. All right, you want to read it? Or I'll just talk about it until you get it?
I want to read it because I don't know if they read it yet. Because I don't want to explain it wrong.
Okay.
Hold on.
Basically, and as you get it up, basically they're having a conversation about parents letting their kids decide what gender they are at, let's say the age 3, and then starting to give them hormones. You got it.
He said,
Look, I'm never one to tell anyone how to parent their kids, obviously. And I always say, if you come from a place of love, you really can't go wrong. But at the same time, my God, if you're 3 years old and you're saying you're feeling a certain way, or you think you're a boy or a girl, whatever the case may be, I just think it's dangerous as a parent to make that determination then, okay, well, then you're going to be a boy or a girl, whatever the case may be. And it's sort of alarming. And my gosh, I just think about the repercussions later on.
If that isn't the most reasonable fucking reaction.
I don't know what he said wrong.
I'm telling you,
this
we live
is so
in a
absurd
world where it's like that.
It is so absurd that, and this is what it really comes down to, is the parents are doing this for the kids. I really, truly think on some level, and they might not be aware of it, but they're doing it because they want to showcase how progressive they are as people. And they're not even considering what it might do to the kid. At 3 years old, a kid does not know what the fuck he wants.
There's nothing we let a 3-year-old do without adult supervision and adult consent. At 3, I make the decisions for my child at 3.
Bro, I'm sorry.
You know what I'm saying? You might let him eat what do you want to eat? But
I want candy. No, you can have broccoli.
My little.
I want a dick. No.
What?
You can have
candy
vagina.
In this equation, candy is equal dicks.
That's my point.
Wait,
what? That candy equals dicks?
No, hell no.
What?
The new name of the show, Candy Equals Dicks. What?
No. I don't know what's happening.
What?
I just came here to talk about business.
That was just a little.
I don't even know what's going
I
on.
want to shut everything.
It's serious. And then it's at 3. When does this shit stop? Sometimes somebody got to be reasonable.
No, I agree.
It is. I think it's absolutely absurd.
And by the way,
if somebody cussing him out right now, probably you can't say that. Somebody's 3, they know who they are. This is what it feels like every time you
think about what we thought we were at 3 years old. Power Rangers, Ninja Turtles. I mean, we thought we were all these things at 3 years old.
Heavy shit at 3, bro.
Yeah.
So you have to let a parent make certain decisions for a kid for their well-being.
Until they mature.
And all the headlines are fucked up.
Oh,
NBC News, Mario Lopez says it's dangerous for parents to support transgender kids.
Come
he
on,
didn't say
that's
that.
not what
Come on.
He did not say that. He never said anything of the sort. He didn't say that. By the way, if your kid comes to you at 3 and the kid goes, if it's a little boy, they're like, hey, I'm a girl. If a kid comes to you, a girl, and says, hey, I'm a boy. All right. What I'm supposed to, I don't even know. They're 3.
Yo.
What am I supposed to say to them?
Son,
I'm not going to discourage them. I'm going to be like,
all right, good.
hey,
Keep doing that. We'll see how you feel next year.
Let's watch some. Let's play some. Watch SpongeBob. I don't know.
I'm telling y'all,
What does that even mean to be
this
a girl at
bullshit
3?
world.
What are you doing at 3 as a girl? You're doing the same shit as a dude does.
exactly.
Wearing a dress.
It's an absurd.
No,
It's an
for real.
absurd idea.
Yeah.
Even dresses are an absurd idea. Dresses it's a social construct, right? It's like you go to certain parts of the world. There is no difference in the way they dress. Go to a poor community. You're wearing what you have, right? So this is like an absurd. It's an absurd notion that we're like breaking the shit up, and then to criticize a guy and call for his job when he's saying the most reasonable fucking thing
you can say under the circumstances.
Dude, I think it's child abuse if you're pumping your 3-year-old kid full of hormones
Now
to
that's
switch their
crazy.
gender.
Now that's my
point.
thing. Now anybody that's going that far. But a 3-year-old,
Come on,
that's child abuse.
That's wild. Get the kid some time. You know what I'm saying? I got a 3-year-old at home, right?
So this is perfect.
Very aware. She's very aware. Like she'll say things. I don't like boys, but she'll be talking about me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If I try to kiss, I don't like boys. This and that. All right, cool. I'm not going to say, oh yes, you gotta like boys.
Yeah.
That was her thing. She's
3.
That's her opinion.
But you let her do that. It's not like you go, okay, she's a lesbian. Let me put her in softball.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like
softball is lesbian.
Listen, you know what I'm saying? You don't
Let
lean
me let her
into
watch
that.
Set It Off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, get your
Which
Cleo
one of
on.
these do you identify with on the screen? Which one of these
I
characters?
like the queen.
Like she's 3.
Right.
Yo,
You have to. It's an absurd thing that we're doing, and it just goes back to what we were talking about earlier. People just need some sort of purpose. They need some sort of distraction. Like if you're leaning into that and then criticizing the people that are being most rational. Like,
but I also wonder how many people actually heard what he said as opposed to read the headlines and saw what everybody else was saying. Because if you actually heard what he said, there's no way you could be mad at that.
And some of them are, dude. Some of them listen to the whole interview. I agree with you 1,000%. But some of them watch the whole interview. It's only 3 minutes. That little clip's 3 minutes. So it's not like you have to watch this big thing. They watch it and they were still upset because they so vehemently believe that you should be able to switch a kid's gender at that age. And
But
it's
that's
like,
what I'm saying. That's what happened when Drake
you're in
and J.
kids,
Cole leads in gangster rap.
Doug, I'm gonna be honest with you. This is
It's just
crazy.
unreasonable.
This might be crazy, but like,
Are you saying
I
they're
don't.
trans gangster?
No, I'm just.
oh my God.
Why not?
Hold on,
New
hold
name
on.
of the episode, Trans Gangster.
Why not?
But just back to, it's like on some level, it's like, you know that there are these people that, like, they're putting like makeup and shit on their young kids. They're letting their young kids wear makeup. Like, that's weird to me.
That's
dude.
weird.
Like,
Yo.
why are you sexualizing a fucking child, man? It's just odd. You got a 10-year-old. You're letting a 10-year-old wear fucking heels and makeup. What world do we live in where a 10-year-old?
I think 10 can wear heels.
For
Not
what?
Not super high heels.
Put some
Like
fucking
kitten heels,
Jordans
Charlamagne?
on.
Yeah, little kitten heels.
Kitten heels is okay?
That's why they're kittens.
Yo, can I tell you something? I've never said this ever before.
Heels are for
publicly.
cats.
No, not kitten heels.
No.
When I was 5 years old, right? I was 4 going on 5. I was in
Don't
kindergarten.
tell me you
early.
wore heels, bro.
Yo, come on.
So there was this. Listen, hear me out. This is important.
Nah, we need to know.
We'll
What
tell
were
the
them
truth.
heels made
All right,
out
no.
of?
First of all, right? There was a Halloween. There was a Halloween contest at my elementary school, and the prize was that Castle Grayskull for He-Man.
Yes.
So my mom and my aunt got together. It's like, oh, we gonna win this shit.
Okay.
So they sat up there and they sewed up a costume. It was a dress, and they turned me to strawberry shortcake. I fooled everybody.
Did you win?
Yeah, I won that shit.
Okay.
Yeah, all
You
day.
addressed
Castle Grayskull all day.
Strawberry shortcake is cool though.
Yeah, strawberry shortcake is cool, but the thing of it was, like, it did not make me want to be a person wearing. I never wore a dress again.
You might not have got enough compliments
let
in
me
that
get my
dress either,
point.
though, Taz.
I fooled the entire school. The teacher didn't even recognize
but when
me,
they
bro.
saying you look good, though, if they were like, yo, you look good in that dress, you probably would want to wear more dresses.
I was told I was a beautiful little girl for
That's
a boy.
what I'm saying.
I got that.
For a boy, though. That's like
For a boy, like, why can't I just be?
That's
Why
what I
can't I just
mean.
be a
If they've just
person
been giving
in
up
a
to you-
dress being
Yo.
black strawberry shortcake,
I
black
got-
with the strawberry freckles and all? Like,
when I used to
The
get my
male version of strawberry
when I used to get my eyebrows arched, right?
Yeah.
When I was like, when I was like early 20s.
Yeah.
Got them arched for a woman. A woman gassed me up. You would look so good with arched eyebrows. You know who arches their eyebrows? Tupac arches his eyebrows. I'm like, for
Wait,
real?
what?
Yeah, she's showing me, and I'm like,
Tupac arched his eyebrows.
And wore Versace. It's a lot.
no.
Of
I'm
things
gonna tell you. So I went to the barbershop.
People who have a lot of weird, like, but you know, you gotta think that's fresh off the Prince era.
I want to hear this story. I want to hear
Go ahead,
this story.
Charlamagne.
Go,
I'm
go,
fresh
go.
off the
I'm
Prince
riveted.
era.
Go.
You know,
Arch your
you doing
eyebrows.
this for vagina.
Yeah. But so I went to the barbershop, told the barber, arch my eyebrows. My barber like, arch your fucking eyebrows. I'm like, yeah, arch my eyebrows. Like, you want your eyebrows arched? I'm like, yeah. So I had them thin ass eyebrows, right? Some thin ass little fucking arch shit. I wore them shit for like 2 months. You know why? Because girls was telling me I look good in that shit.
Because
y'all
girls-
your
everybody
eyebrows
like
look better
girls.
than mine.
Yeah.
Listen,
I like
if
your
women
eyebrows.
all got together tomorrow and said, listen, we about pirate motifs, you see so many dudes chopping off their legs and getting a parrot.
That's
As
what I'm
you should.
saying.
Men do what gets them laid. Like,
100%.
all the time.
That's why we
it.
wear skinny jeans and baggy jeans, whatever jeans we see.
Not we.
Some of us.
I see
My
what you're
big
saying
ass
about
ain't
the
wearing no
Prince
skinny
era,
jeans. They
though.
don't make
That's
skinny
on the
jeans for
real.
big
Because
dudes.
Prince, Rick James, all of those
Them
guys
dudes
were
changed the game.
they were gender fluid. If you're really being honest,
Yeah.
They
They
were
were.
original for that.
Yeah, and we'll take your check.
in a heartbeat. In a heartbeat.
Rick James was smashing them, boy.
Rick was
Rick
shit.
James was the real MVP.
So that's my point. That's what I've been saying.
Can
this
I
whole
ask
time.
you about certain things and see if you believe in them or like what your take is?
Sure.
Okay. Dinosaurs.
what?
Why not?
Yes?
Yeah.
100% down.
I mean, it's something that I really ain't did enough research, so I would have to be vaguely sure. I've seen enough movies.
Oh, this man's a lawyer.
I'm just saying I can't like.
Right.
Yeah, I never researched it. Yeah, no, I'm just saying.
Yo, we got to have him
honestly.
back in a month
Yeah,
after he's done
it's
dinosaur
crazy.
research.
People,
I want to hear this
I've
shit.
had this conversation with people about dinosaurs, and it's wild to me that people don't agree with dinosaurs.
You
Like,
drive a car that operates off of fossil fuels. What the fuck?
go to Cabo and watch the whales in the morning.
Yeah.
Like, watch them
Where
big
does
ass
this rich
shit
Negro
jumping
shit
out
come
of the
from?
ocean.
You hear that shit?
You know what I'm saying? You're like, oh. And why,
the
you can
wheels,
see
man.
that and not
I
believe
don't
in a
understand
dinosaur?
what makes so crazy to believe in.
What about
dinosaurs.
UFOs?
Yeah, it's aliens for sure. Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, not even a thought.
You guys all believe aliens?
100%.
How can you not?
It's all this
Like
space.
you look at the way humanity, we go from caves to carts to horses to cars to microwaves to cell phones. A computer in the 50s took like 10 people to carry. Now it's more in this than was in the daggone moon landing. Whether or not the moon landing happens is a whole nother
That
conversation.
didn't happen.
You don't believe in moon landing?
That didn't happen.
I'm questioning the moon landing now.
I think
as
Kubrick
I get
did
older.
it.
That didn't happen.
I think we landed. I think that it's possible they recreated the video because they didn't have a video that was good. But I do think they went up there. and
They didn't do
landed.
it because they went back.
Well, not once you go and nothing's
back a
there.
bunch of times,
No,
didn't
they haven't went back. They've been sending stuff, but they haven't went back. They haven't sent another person back.
Yeah, I mean, they have videos of the moon now, like roving videos that
Yeah, but they
they
got satellites that are closer. No, that didn't happen. Not at all. 100% that didn't happen. They didn't land on the moon. No.
I would like to know what happens if you just stay there. Like if you just stand there when it's like setting and rising and shit.
What
The moon.
Yeah.
Wait, like what? What do you mean?
Oh, it doesn't go down; it just rotates.
The Earth rotates. The Earth rotates.
Yeah, my bad.
Does the
I
Earth
thought-
ascend?
It's
like
close
an elevator.
Oh, wow. I
It's like
can
an
see
elevator.
Australia
that
right
go
now.
up and
When it
down.
pop up, and you own it. Niggas
Like, can you imagine
It
that shit?
rotates. I forgot it
baby.
rotates.
No, I
Let's
see
make
it because
love and watch the
it
Earth
does
rise.
feel like it should be.
Yeah. I forget it rotates. It does rotate.
Second floor. Sunrise.
Nah, dude, the moon landing is some fluff.
I swear I came on here to talk about business.
Oh man,
The moon landing didn't happen, though. Moon landing didn't happen.
I question the moon landing.
That's
too.
fluff.
Oh,
I know,
it?
brother. That's fluff.
Bro, no, that's not
more questions for glasses?
I thought we were gonna get something big with dinosaurs, bro. I really thought. I thought he was gonna be like, well, that's what
Dinosaurs
Mexicans
seem
used to
like
look like
Glasses Malone
before.
got too much sense to be a flat earther. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Like,
that don't even.
You a flat earther?
No.
No, I
Oh.
said he's got too much sense. See, why you
When
trying
you
to start
fly in
beef?
a plane,
I'm not gonna get shot.
that kind of debunks that for me because it take longer to get here than it does to. It take longer to go home than it does to get here.
Yes.
That's for sure a telling sign.
So we all agree Mario Lopez wasn't wrong.
Dude, not at all.
And if you disagree with him, can you just have a civil conversation with him?
But-
can you sit down and school him as to why maybe a 3-year-old is able to determine what their gender identity is? Can you, instead of just canceling him and all kind of, we want Saved by the Bell pulled out of syndication? Like,
Wait, what?
no, they're
It's
not
coming.
really into it.
It's
What
coming.
do those parents say to their kid when their kid goes, I don't want to go to school? Do they just go, oh, I guess you don't go to school?
Yeah.
Like, at what point do you stop listening to your kid because it's for your kid's benefit? Because clearly you're going to make decisions for your kid for the next, until they're 18 years old.
I told my daughter this morning, my daughter's 11 years old. She was at camp. They did a test for deep water swimming.
Yeah.
She didn't pass the test, even though she can swim in deep water, but she didn't pass the test. So they was like, okay, you got to wear a life jacket. She's defiant. She's like, I'm not wearing no life jacket. If I can't swim without a life jacket, I ain't swimming. Okay, cool. But guess what? I tried to explain to her this morning. You made a choice. You made a decision. And it wasn't a good decision. And the reason it wasn't a good decision because you wanted to get in the water without a life jacket when there are adults there that are your counselors who are saying, no, you need a life jacket because we don't want anything to happen to you.
Right.
So they made a good decision for her based off what they saw because she's only 11 and not capable of making all the best choices yet. So imagine a 3-year-old.